Launching your drone career, the importance of Part 107. Before you launch your commercial drone venture, there's a crucial step passing the FAA's Part 107 Remote Pilot Certificate test. This certification is your ticket to legally operating drones for commercial purposes in the United States. The Part 107 test ensures you understand the rules of the sky and can operate your drone safely and responsibly. Think of the Part 107 test as your pilot's license for the drone world. One key rule is the maximum altitude for drone operations, which is 400 feet above ground level. You must always keep your drone within visual line of sight. Understanding airspace classifications and restrictions is crucial, especially near airports. Weather conditions can significantly impact drone operations, and you need to know how to interpret weather data. You'll need to be proficient in reading sectional charts to navigate airspace safely. The test includes questions like, what is the maximum altitude you can fly your drone? And how do you determine if it's safe to fly in a particular airspace? You'll also need to understand NOTAMs, notices to airmen, and how they affect your flight plans. Compliance with FAA regulations is non-negotiable for safe and legal drone operations. This introduction will give you a solid foundation on the Part 107 Remote Pilot Certificate test. We'll delve into the essential regulations, decode complex concepts into digestible information, and provide practical tips to boost your chances of success. Stay tuned for our upcoming live and in-person video where we'll dive deeper into preparing for the FAA Part 107 Remote Pilot Certificate test. Get ready to take flight in the exciting world of commercial drone operations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, share, and comment on where you're watching from. There are links in the description to help support this channel by making your everyday purchases on Amazon. Decoding the skies, understanding Title 14 and drone regulations. Title 14 of the Code of Federal Regulations is the set of rules governing aviation, aerospace, and aeronautics in the United States. Within Title 14, Part 107 specifically addresses small unmanned aircraft systems, UAS, which includes most drones used for commercial purposes. Part 107 covers airspace restrictions, drone registration requirements, operating limitations, and pilot responsibilities. For instance, drones must not be flown higher than 400 feet above ground level unless within 400 feet of a structure. Drones must be operated within the visual line of sight of the remote pilot in command or a visual observer. Operations are restricted to daylight hours or civil twilight with appropriate anti-collision lighting. The Part 107 test will ask questions like, what is the maximum allowable altitude for a drone, and what are the requirements for visual line of sight operations? Staying up to date on any changes or updates to Title 14 and Part 107 is crucial for maintaining compliance and operating responsibly. The FAA website and other reputable drone resources are your allies in this endeavor. Navigating Part 107, your flight plan to success. Preparing for the Part 107 test requires a focused approach and understanding specific rules and regulations. Here's a breakdown of the key areas covered in the exam and strategies to ace each one. Airspace regulations. Mastering airspace classifications is paramount. The test will assess your understanding of controlled versus uncontrolled airspace, airspace restrictions around airports, and how to obtain authorization for flights in specific areas. Utilize sectional charts and online resources to visualize and internalize different airspace categories. Drone operations. This section dives into the practicalities of flying safely. Expect questions on weather minimums for drone operations, maximum altitude limits, visual line of sight rules, and procedures for handling lost link scenarios. Familiarize yourself with common drone terminology and practice interpreting weather data relevant to drone flight. Aircraft loading and performance. You'll need to understand your drone's capabilities and limitations. This includes weight restrictions, how different payloads affect flight time, and the impact of weather conditions on drone performance. Study your drone's user manual thoroughly and practice calculating weight and balance for various scenarios. Regulations. This section delves into the legal framework surrounding drone operations. Be prepared to answer questions about drone registration requirements, remote pilot certification procedures, and the process for reporting accidents or incidents involving drones. Familiarize yourself with FAA guidelines and stay updated on any recent rule changes. Section 4. Monetizing your aerial adventures, YouTube and beyond. Passing the Part 107 test is not just about legal compliance. It's about unlocking a world of commercial opportunities. The Part 107 test includes specific questions on rules, maximum altitudes, and laws. For example, you might be asked, what is the maximum altitude you can fly your drone? The answer is 400 feet above ground level. Another question could be, what is the minimum visibility required to operate a drone? The answer is 3 statute miles. It's crucial to understand the intersection of Part 107 and commercial drone use for YouTube. For instance, can you fly a drone over people? The answer is generally no, unless you have a waiver. While showcasing your drone skills in your videos is fantastic, using that footage to promote products or services, or receiving direct payment for featuring specific brands, falls under commercial use. To monetize your drone content on YouTube, you'll need to meet their monetization requirements, which typically involve a minimum number of subscribers and watch hours. Additionally, ensure you comply with YouTube's community guidelines and copyright rules when using music or other copyrighted material in your videos. Remember, transparency is key. Clearly disclose any commercial partnerships or sponsorships in your video descriptions or through on-screen disclaimers. This not only maintains transparency with your audience, but also ensures you're operating within the bounds of advertising regulations. Section 5. Staying ahead of the curve. Resources for continued learning. The world of drones is constantly evolving, with new technologies, regulations, and opportunities emerging frequently. Passing the Part 107 test is a fantastic achievement, but it's just the beginning of your journey as a responsible and successful drone pilot. Committing to continued learning is essential for staying ahead of the curve. The FAA is your primary resource for up-to-date information on drone regulations. Their website provides access to the latest versions of Title 14 and Part 107, as well as any recent rule changes or announcements. Subscribe to their newsletters or follow their social media channels to stay informed about upcoming webinars, workshops, or policy updates. Numerous online platforms offer comprehensive drone training courses, covering everything from basic flight skills to advanced cinematography techniques. These courses often provide valuable insights from industry experts, practical tips for improving your drone operations, and opportunities to connect with fellow drone enthusiasts. Consider joining drone communities or online forums where pilots share their experiences, tips, and knowledge. Engaging in these communities can provide valuable insights into real-world drone operations, help you troubleshoot technical challenges, and keep you abreast of emerging trends in the industry. Section 6. Taking flight, your future in commercial drone operations. Congratulations! By understanding and adhering to the regulations outlined in Part 107, you're not just a drone enthusiast, you're a certified remote pilot ready to soar in the exciting world of commercial drone operations. The Part 107 test covers specific rules and regulations, such as the maximum altitude for drone operations, which is 400 feet above ground level. You must also know that drones should not be flown over people who are not directly participating in the operation. The test will ask questions about airspace classifications, such as what is allowed in Class G airspace. Another key area is understanding the importance of maintaining visual line of sight with your drone at all times. You will also be tested on the rules regarding flying at night, which requires anti-collision lighting visible for at least 3 statute miles. Be prepared to answer questions about pre-flight inspections and the importance of checking for any potential hazards. Stay informed, follow the rules, and ensure your operations are safe and compliant. The sky's the limit.